Okay, well, Karen, it is
Oh,
7:46. Do you want to go ahead
yeah.
and get
Let's get
started?
started. Let's get started. And Kaylee will fix that other while
Yep.
she's doing that. Okay, guys, I'm going to move that kind of out of my way. We're going to go ahead and get started. And y'all, we're going to use a new little tool that I just learned about last week as we do this presentation. And hopefully, if y'all like it, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It'll be our first time trying it out. So, we're going to see how it goes. So hopefully everyone has filled out for the kick and prizes and has gotten a hold of this presentation link that was in the chat. My name is Karen Goble. I am a program coordinator with digital learning. I don't think we always remember to introduce ourselves. And Kaylee Wiemeyer is
Hi,
with me. Yeah,
I'm Kaylee Wiemeyer, and I'm also a program coordinator with digital learning.
yeah. So we are so glad y'all are here. If you don't worry about getting that Schoology course code if you don't, hopefully you got the presentation, you can copy it in. We're going to come back to that and we'll paste it in the chat. So we're going to go on our next slide, hopefully, if I can get on with it. There we go. Always want to remind you all about this slide that we have in here where y'all can book Zooms with us if you have any questions about anything you learned tonight or anything else digital that you might need help with. Please don't hesitate to email either Kaylee or myself. We are always willing to come out and help or book the Zoom with us and we can help you that way. All right, so this is what we're going to do. On another tab, I want you to go ahead and go to slido.com that you see right here on the screen. And then you're going to join this session 1495. And I want you to go ahead and answer this poll that we're going to do. Have you ever used media albums in Schoology before? So I'm going to watch this. We're going to see how this goes. I saw it in a conference I attended last week, and I thought this is just so cool. Look at that, y'all! I love this tool. When she used it last week, I thought, wow, what a great way to with our virtual learning to get interaction in your Zooms with your kids that are in class with your online students. All right, so we are asking, have you ever used media albums? And it looks like we have 60%, 50% now. See how I love how it's constantly refreshing? I love that. I put that one in, what are media albums? I just thought that was a hoot. Okay,
But I
so
told you people would pick it.
we did. We knew that y'all would. I thought it was funny, but so it looks like we have more than we've had a few of you that have used media albums, but most of you probably have not, which is great. If you've used them, hopefully we're going to show you a few new ways that you can use them. And if you have never used them, this is a very it's a great tool, but it's very underutilized in Schoology, and it has so much potential. So hopefully you'll get some great things that you can take away with this. All right, so we're going to go on to the next slide. And Kaylee's going to take it from here, I do believe.
Yes.
Kaylee, I'm going to kind of exit this out and I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay.
Or let me see, stop the share. There we go. And we're going to let Kaylee start. Has everyone gotten the presentation? I do hope. I'm going to stick it back
Yeah,
in.
and thanks to, oh, you disabled the participant screen sharing, so you need to give me access.
What?
Yes.
No, I would never do that.
And thank you, Amelia, for putting in that Schoology course code for
Let
us.
me make you a co-host. There you go. Sorry, I thought, you know what? We need to fix that. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so in order to create a media album, you just click on Add Materials, and then you want to click on Add Media Album. And then you're going to give your album a title. So For example, one thing that I did with my fifth graders is we would do a living museum and we would combine social studies and language arts for their research project. And so they would have to research an important historical figure in American history. And then we would do a whole living museum presentation. And during that presentation, I would take a picture of them because they would all get dressed up, and then we would create these images with their picture and their historical figure. So let's say I want them to put that in this media album, whatever their creation. So I'm going to just call this a living museum. Okay. And then I can put a description here so I can tell them exactly what they need to do. Now I have the options to individually assign this to certain kiddos. This is your publish, so it's already published to students. That's what the little green dot means. This one is comments enabled, so I can have my students make comments on any of the media that is added to the media album. Okay, so if I don't want that, I just change it. Okay, so I'm going to leave it kind of this light blue color. And then this little guy with a graduation hat is both the teacher and the student can add media. Now, if you just want to be able to add media, like only the teacher can add media, then you want to turn this little guy gray. But if you leave it colorful, then students and teachers can add to the media album. And then, of course, this one is just copy to another course. And so I'm going to click create. And of course, anytime you create something in Schoology, it's going to go to the bottom, and I'm just going to click Add Media. Okay, and so now it's taken me to the media album. So there's nothing in this media album. So in order to add, I would just click on Add Media, and then I would attach a file. And so I'm just going to click on this one
Oh,
and click Add Media. And so there's my media. And then, of course, I can click on it. And when I do, I can add comments right here. I can also edit the caption. And I have this little settings gear where I can move it or I can delete it. But I can also rotate it using the little arrows, and I can crop it using this little square right here. Okay. So that is how you create a media album. And I believe the next thing is Karen's going to talk about teacher-centered media albums, and then she'll talk about student-centered media albums. So I'm going to stop sharing.
all right. Now, make sure everyone, while I'm sharing this screen, that you have registered for the prizes. Don't want to forget that. Okay, so I'm back up here and I'm going to come to this album for just a minute. I'm going to, so you should be in the course. If you have not joined the course, once you get the presentation, the code to join the course is in there, and we have this presentation also embedded in here. But you'll see inside we do have a folder about media albums. So if you don't remember what we talked about, you can go back to the presentation. But one thing I did want to kind of show you in here with what is a media album, since we were talking about that, is if you scroll on down, because we get this question quite a bit, exactly what the size file that you can upload. So it is important that you all understand that it has to be 512 megabytes, okay, is the limit. And then in here, we also are showing you exactly the file types that they are able to load. So they can load video, they can load images, JPEGs, PNGs, that sort of thing. So it does tell you exactly in that document what the size limit is and exactly what files can be accepted into a media album. All right. Then the other thing that I wanted to bring your attention, so I want everyone to go ahead and yeah, I always forget too. And I'm going to tell you, Kaylee and I have been using Schoology now for 4 or 5 years. And every time somebody asks me, sometimes I'm like, okay, I got to remember that. And I love being able to go back in here to remember exactly what the size file is. But go ahead. Hopefully everyone is in this course. I want you to, oh my, those dogs. Bella. Crazy. All right, go ahead and make sure you're in this because I want you to go into that red media albums folder because we're going to take a little bit of time. She went outside. Sorry about that, y'all. Um, we're going to start in this one called teacher created media albums because when we think about media albums, and Kaylee was given a great example of what she does or used to do with her social studies classes. But there's teacher create, or what I like to say are teacher created examples. And then we're going to show you some student created examples. And the way I kind of think about this is teacher created means the teacher really is loading up all the media. The kids aren't going to be loading anything. The teachers are loading the stuff in. And usually for this type of album, they're using it more to just look at, or they're using it to make comments on it, different things like that. So go ahead and go into that teacher created media albums folder. I put my top 3 or some that I really want to draw your attention to at the very top. And then we're going to give you some time to explore this folder and look at some of the examples that you see in here. One of these is the first one I'm going to actually open is called Anchor Charts. And what I love about this one is, so many times that teachers create anchor charts and they hang them in their classrooms, and then the kids are at home and they're working on their homework, and they don't exactly remember the details of what you told them about that subject. Okay. So if you have your anchor charts, if you just take a picture of them in your classroom and then you upload them into a media album, then the kids can always, while they're doing their homework or they're trying to show their parents, exactly how you explain to do something, then they can go into this media albums folder, and then they just click on it, and then it opens up that picture, and now they can remember exactly what you were explaining about in that folder. Okay. Oops, let me go back out for just a second. So those are anchor charts. Now, another one, what I like about this example, and I only hooked in a link for the very first one, but let's say that you use thinking maps. Sorry, thinking maps in your classroom, or you use lots of graphic organizers. So you could have this graphic organizer media album in your course, and you can tell the kids, okay, I want you to go and choose which graphic organizer you would like to use for this project. So let's say they decide, I'm going to do a Venn diagram. So then they open it up and they're looking through your media and they're deciding, oh, I don't know if I want to use that one. So they scroll to the next one. But let's say they decide they do want to use the Venn diagram. Well, in the comment area, the teacher, like you can see what I did here, is I put a link. And this link takes them and makes a copy of this in their folder. And when they say make a copy, it will open it up, and now they can take this Venn diagram and fill it out and then submit it to you later in that assignment that you have. Maybe the assignment that you had, like, because President's Day is coming up. Maybe you're having them compare two presidents, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. Maybe because my little first graders, we always used to do that. So I'm going to have them use this Venn diagram, and then they have the link to get their own copy. I love this idea of letting them choose which organizer they would like to use for their own project. We're always looking for ways to let the kids have voice and choice in what they're doing. And this is a great way to give that to them through a media album. And then another example that I have here is this is just letters of the alphabet. And what I like about this one is what I would do is I would store this media album blank with just the letters of the alphabet in my resources so that each course or each time I need to use it, I can bring it back into the course. So the examples up here, you could post this in the classroom and you can say, okay, guys, I want you to go into this album and I want you to list as many adjectives as you can with each letter of the alphabet. And when they click on it, under the comments here, they could say for an adjective, and I'm trying to think of one because y'all I'm going blank, but you get the idea. So, or think about it with word wall words. So maybe I want them to think of all the words that begin with the letter D. Well, they might say dog and they might say dad, and then they say post, and then it shows it there. And each kid can make their own comments, and you could have your own little word wall or that sort of thing. So let me go back out for just a second. So you could use that for all kinds of things with all the letters of the alphabet, verbs that start with anything you can think of. Okay, so what we're going to do is I want to give you, let me go back to this because I'm going to put it back on present here. And I'm going to get to teacher created. All right, Kaylee, what were we going to do? Give them like 5 minutes. So let's give you all 5 minutes. I can't remember if it's on the next slide or not, a timer.
Oh,
But
our timer's on the, not the next one,
it's
but I think
not
it's
on
the one
this one.
after that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to give you 5 minutes to just explore that teacher created media albums and look at the different examples. And while you're looking at it, think in your head, how could I use this in my classroom? What could I do? And I'm going to just put my little phone right here and give you a few minutes to just look at that.
So one thing that I had suggested to a teacher is using it for their interactive notebooks as the teacher copy. So like when a student is
Yeah.
absent, they can just go into the media album, click on whatever page they need, and if they can take their notes or whatever it is that they need to do to get
That
caught
is,
up on their interactive notebook or anything like that.
I love that idea. Great idea. Great idea. Oh, yeah. Maybe put my phone on silent. I heard it beep a minute ago. Oh, there's that crazy message. Did it show up for y'all? I'm running out of storage space on my laptop. That could be bad. Okay, has that been about?
Felicia, do you want to ask your question? I'm not sure I'm understanding it correctly.
Okay, so like in the Columbian Exchange album that I'm looking at, like there's not a place to comment.
Yeah. It
And
depends
then
on how it was set up. So
okay,
probably on that one, comments are turned off, like Kaylee was showing at the beginning.
okay,
When you set that up, you're right.
okay.
Yeah. I have a feeling, yeah, that one probably was turned off.
Yes, the comments are disabled on that one.
Where do I, okay, so somebody just joined. These samples are in that Schoology course. Are you, Fernando, are you in the Schoology course?
Let me post that back in.
Yeah, because, oh yeah, he sent that to me. Yep, not everybody. Okay. So the Schoology course, so you'll go to Schoology and then you will click courses, my courses, and use that code to join, and they are in there. All right, so while we are looking, let's go on to the next slide here. And guys, look at this. So in that same Slido, when I created this, I was actually able to do different types of questions. Y'all saw a poll that I did a minute ago. So for this question, and if you have not gone to slido.com on a separate tab, and then you'll join 1495. So go ahead and answer this question on there. How can you use teacher-centered media albums in your classroom? Y'all saw several ways. And this one is a word cloud. Oh, I love the anchor charts. That is just like my favorite. Um, I love the interactive notebooks as well. Anyone else have some ideas on how they would use a media album? You know what else would be another? I just came to my head, but oh, a digital portfolios. Yep. Yeah, I love all these. Y'all, I'm loving Slido. I'm just gonna have to tell you, I'm loving it. Now, in the free version, from what we can see, you can only ask 3 questions per um, Google Slides presentation. I think it was $6 a month for the next one. But yeah, the graphic organizers, I love that. Questions of the day. Y'all think about it as a timeline in their school. I know I taught first grade. So maybe at the beginning of the year when we did Johnny Appleseed, I took some pictures of the kids and I uploaded it. And then, we did something else and I uploaded that. And at Christmas time, we made gingerbread houses and I uploaded it in there. And so they could go through and see different things that they have done throughout the school year. Yeah, great place for shared work. All right. So we're going to go on now to the next one. I'm loving all these great ideas. All right. So now the next one I'm going to talk about, and I think I'm still talking. Yep, I am. So we're going to go back into that media albums course or folder here. Now let's look at some student created ideas. Okay, I'm going to click here. I've got a few at the top. Now, the difference on this one is that the teacher just starts the media album, but the kids are going to be the ones uploading the media. So look at this for book snaps. I love this as a way for, and I love the way this example, the teacher put the anchor chart at the very beginning so the kids would know exactly what they're supposed to do. And then the kids would take a picture of the page of the book and then they could make a comment. Now, I think the comments are turned off on this one, maybe. Or actually, look over here. They had them use captions on this one. Sorry about that. The hole in the pants. I'm laughing so hard inside. So, just a quick little book snap about what they're reading here. And the kids take the pictures and then they can do the caption to go with it. All right, that's one good way. All right, look at this for lines of symmetry. So the kids, and what I love best about this one is, we we want the kids to use some technology, but guys, they shouldn't just be doing everything with the computer. I love this as a way for the kids to do the manipulatives in the classroom, and then they're going to take a picture and then they're going to upload it into the album, and then you could have them in the captions. You could have them edit the captions and explain why that is a line of symmetry, or you could have turned on the comments and have them do it that way as well. All right. And then another one, states a matter. I love this one. You can obviously see the kids created this somewhere else, probably in Google Drawings. And what's great about Google Drawings is then after they create it, they then download it as a JPEG or a PNG, and then they can upload. um, I love that, Hubert. You're right. I love it that they shouldn't be doing everything on the computer. All right, you're right. And then they can upload it here. So, and then look, if you turn on the comments, then you can have other kids come in and comment on each other's work. All right, so we're going to give you a few minutes to look through these. And guys, you can open these folders and kind of see some things that are in there as well. But let's give you about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm not going to give you as long on this one as the other one, but go ahead and look and glance in there and think about how could you use this in your classroom. All right. I'll look at this one with Photoshop or editing the images, creating creatures. And as we said before, we have videos in here talking about each of these things. All right. So I didn't give you quite as long, but we've got a really cute little thing we want to get to do with you. So I'm going to go on. We're going to go back to Slido on this next one. So tell me some ways you could probably use student-centered media albums in your classroom. Book clubs. Yep. Great. Great idea. Ooh, yes. Definitions, geometry, vocabulary. Yeah. Authentic audience. Great. I know. I love this because it's a great way for them to share their work with each other. And you're right, that authentic audience to look at their, you can even do it with writing samples. I love Google Draw. It's one of my favorite programs. Ooh, student art critiques. Good job. Make a video of themselves as a meteorologist. I love it. Okay, so some great ideas on how you can do this. And I hope y'all are enjoying Slido as much as I am. I think this is a great way to get interaction in your Zooms with your online students. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing and let Kaylee do the next part.
Yeah, so if you click back at the top and go back to our main page or just click on materials, we're going to scroll down to the Valentine's Day card. This is just a quick activity that you can do with your kids since it's going to be Valentine's Day soon. And so if you click there, you can see that we've already started where you can upload a little card. And so my instructions here was to use, oh, I said Google Drive, but it's supposed to be Google Drawing. So use Google Drawing or Adobe Spark to create a Valentine card to add to this album. And so if we go to our slide, this is where you let students create and explore those tools. It's not very often that students get to play around with Google Drawing. You know, we always give them templates. This is a way for you not to give them a template, for them to have a little bit of freedom and explore the Google Drawings or the Adobe Spark platform in a very safe way. And so I've given you instructional videos of how you do it in Google Draw and Adobe Spark. And basically what they're going to do is then download it as a PNG, okay? And then they upload the PNG to the media album. And it took me like a couple of seconds to do this. It didn't take me very long, but I'm also an adult. And so if you've got small kids, if you're teaching elementary, you may want to give them a good probably 30 minutes to do it, especially because they're going to explore. And so like this one I did with Google.
Cute.
And then the next one I did with Adobe Spark, which has become one of my new favorite tools. I'm loving Adobe
She's so
Spark.
good with that. You are good with that.
So we're going to give you some time to kind of create a card and then upload it to the album. Let me go back in here.
And I'm going to, in a minute, I'll show you what my Slido looks like on the teacher side, because I have some bit, I see Marianne is asking, it's not going to tell you who is answering because everyone's in anonymously. So, but I will show you in a second what the teacher side looks like. So I'll show you that in a minute.
And so while we're giving you some time to do this, I'm just going to walk you through how I did my Adobe Spark. So I just log in with Google, and we have an enterprise account for clients. So we just click on enterprise and it's automatically going to log us in. I should have had Spark loaded and ready to go. It does take a while sometimes, but
Especially lately, it seems like, I mean, not even just Spark, but it seems like our Google, everything is slowing down.
everything's been moving slow lately.
Hey guys, I have a question.
Sure.
I'm just going in and downloading the template as a PNG and then just uploading it into a Google slide and going from there. Is that the general idea, or am I way off track?
Wait,
So it's more about just creating. So you just open up a Google drawing, or you can open up a Google slide if you prefer to work in slides, and you just download it. There's no
okay.
template. This is more about being creative and exploring the tool.
So I just need to find Google Draw.
Okay, so what you need to do is click on new.
So here,
Yeah, I don't
see if I
think
can open
that's
up my
going to
drive.
open, Kaylee. And I think
Because
now that
Spark's not going to work tonight.
and I think it's making you go in and out because when it was trying to open, you were going in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
you're just going to click on new, and then you'll have to click on more and then drawing.
and I think that's why people don't see it, because when you click on new, it doesn't show right away. You have to click on the little more button to get to the rest of the additional things. And it's kind of sad because drawing is so I don't know what's going on, Kaylee.
It's loading. I don't know if I never had this issue during
I know. Do you want me to try to show it?
COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and stop sharing.
I don't know if that's, I don't know what's going on. That's weird. Okay, let me get back in here and see if this will go. Let me get to, hold on. So what we were saying is over here, is it going
I
there?
can't see
Can you, oh, can y'all see it?
your mount, your cursor.
No, can you see
No.
did you see what's happened here when I clicked on new? Then you go down to that word more, and Google Drawings is right there on the top.
I
Is it not showing?
don't think so.
You're not
Oh,
sharing the screen.
Is it,
Oh, I
is
did.
it still
Oh,
doing Kaylee's maybe?
no, it's somehow, let me see which one is it on. You know what? I have too many different screens. Let me get to this
I
one.
don't think you're sharing the right
I
screen.
think I'm sharing the wrong one.
Oh,
Y'all,
there it is.
there it is.
More.
New, more, Google Drawings. It's right.
Oh, cool. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
and that's the problem because it doesn't show right here, and so people tend to overlook it, but it has so much potential. Okay, well, so what Kaylee was we were going to do, but I don't know, we're about out of time. I don't know. Down here at the bottom, I did Kaylee, we were going to let you all make a Valentine card to put in there, but I'm not sure if we're going to have enough time.
Yeah, I think we're running out of time.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead right now and show you this conversation heart thing that what Kaylee used to make this up here. See, this was made in Google Drawings, and she embedded it as an update and made it an announcement so that it stays up here. I did go ahead and attach the video that shows you how to use Google Drawings to make your Schoology announcement. So I put it there, but she used this conversation heart maker, and it's this little, when you click that link, it'll take you in here. And so there's a link to what she used. You're just going to type the words you want to appear on the heart, like if it says hello, and you pick what color you want, and you see this right here. All you're going to do then is you're going to right click on the image and save the image as, and then you'll just upload those into your Google Drawing as a picture, okay? And you can make them over and over and over, however many, and just download them, and then put them into your, download it as a PNG, take a screenshot, however you want to do it. Now, if you need to remove the background, we've got the remove background app right there that you can use. All right, so there's 7 lines, 4 colors. Look at all the different
Yeah,
things.
so I had to use the remove background in order to make it transparent because it does come with a white background.
Yeah, it does.
So that's how
a
I did
bummer.
that to get the
Yes.
pink background.
So that you don't have white squares. I hate white squares around my pictures. So yeah, you will use that is it remove dot whatever. Okay. And then we also included a link here to Eric Kurtz, another one of my favorite people to follow. He has 3, I believe, different little Google activities that he has created that are here for you to explore as well if you're looking for something fun to do with your kids for Valentine's Day. Y'all, and especially, I'm hearing so many people say, how am I going to do Valentine's this year? The Valentine cards, media albums would be a great way for you to allow your kids to create that card in Google Drawing and then post it in there as a class Valentine to the whole class. But a great way to do virtual Valentines since we're in this, pandemic type thing that we're in. but just a great way to use media albums. All right, let me show you real fast because I know we're running out of time. There, I'm going to pull this over. Hold on. Did I pull the right one? Yes. So here's my view to, I'm going to go out of this for just a second. So you can see right here, here's that media albums that I created. Slido is actually an add-on to Google Slides. So you do have to, and I'm going to go right back here. You see I've got Slido kind of running here. I had to go here and go to get add-ons and add Slido for Google Slides so that it'll start to run in here. And then once you make it and it's running, it makes your little thing here. And then here's my multiple choice question, and I can look at it over here. Here's my little word cloud. I have not, to be honest, I have not explored, view results. Let's see what that does. So it just kind of shows 16 people answered. I can go back and look at their answers later here and see what they have done. But it's not going to tell you who answered because they're coming in anonymously, okay? But I can
You
go
could
and,
always copy that word cloud, take a snip of it, and put it
oh
in a
yeah,
media album.
oh yeah, you could. That's right. View results. So here I can see 10 people answered. Oh, reset. I don't want to reset, but anyway, lots of little things that you can do with Slido. I hope y'all can explore that and see all the fun things that you can do. Okay.
And Karen, before we do
Yes.
prizes, do you want
Oh,
to
yeah.
show them that cool new trick that Google has with the QR code?
Yeah, let's do that. Let me go to,
And I'm going to put the prizes link in one more time while you're
okay.
doing that.
So anyone who has not filled out for prizes, now's the time to do it. She's going to put the link in here. But look up here. So this is new. I'm going to click inside this box. Seeing this, the Omni box up here, this is what Google calls the Omni box. It's the URL place where the URL is. This is brand new. Do you see this is a QR code? So if I need, oh, look at that cute little QR code with a dinosaur. Isn't that cute? So if you you teach elementary and you need the kids to get in to this Schoology course, once they put in the QR reader, you could actually print this, copy this, download it, put it onto a piece of paper, put it around the room. You could do all kinds of things. So maybe there's a website you use all the time. The other cool thing that it did, besides adding it up in here in with the URL, all you got to do is click in here and this opens this up. The other thing that it added was if I'm on the site and I right click, look at that. I can create a QR code for this page. Look, same QR code. I can download this. I could use my snipping tool if I needed to. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I'd have
Yeah,
to
if you
use
do a delay.
cancel. Delay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another lesson, another time. But anyway, isn't that cool how you can get the QR code now? So if there's a website especially for these younger kids, you can put those QR codes around your room. Okay. Oh, oh, great. I'm glad y'all are enjoying this. No more QR code makers. Yay. You're right. No more. All right. So what I'm going to do is, let me go to this. Hold on.
Let me, I'm going to start my video and I'm going to hold up the prizes.
Oh,
So there are these cute little bags, and inside we have one of those camera covers for your computer camera. And we have one of those credit card holders that sticks to your phone. And then we've got a Schoology pen that's a stylus. And we have dry erase marker and some great, yummy Valentine candy.
Yummy candy. Okay. Let me spin it over here. There we go. Let me move these, move the little pictures out of the way. Okay, everybody ready for your prizes? Will these links be available for us after the Zoom? Which links are you talking
So
about?
the course will still be available to
Mhm.
you.
Yes, the courses, the
bit.lys,
your
the
pages
bit.lys.
there.
Yeah,
Yes, and
everything
what-
is still going to be available to you.
And yeah, what I would do is if you're on this presentation right here, y'all, I love to use this little star right here. I would bookmark this so that you can easily get back to it. But it's also, actually, you really don't need to do that either. It's right here as well. So all of these links are in here. We did embed the slideshow in here so you would have it as well.
Yeah, and we're hoping to have the recording on our Kicking It with Karen and Kaylee page tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to show that real quick before we spin. So if you go to KNet, let me get that open. Come on. Remember, we have this Klein Online Teacher Resources. If you click on that and you go to Kicking It with Karen and Kaylee, you can always go back and rewatch any of our webinars. And sometime tomorrow, we will change this to say, click here to watch the webinar, and you'll be able to watch the webinar from there and rewatch these. All right. Okay, we're going to start spinning.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, I think Chase has won before. Yay, Chase! Chase is a frequent flyer here, and he wins quite often. How many times is that, Chase?
It's my second time.
All right,
Okay.
2 times. Okay, let's spin again. We have 5. We're up to, oh my, there goes my dogs again. Is it going to stay?
Oh,
Candy, it's Zwink. So Candy, Candy, you here? If you can hear, I've got my dogs. Candy?
Candy, are you here? Oh, yep, she raised her hand.
Oh, she raised her
She's
hand.
here.
Oh, gotcha. All right, because you got to be present to win. Yay, Candy. Okay, we're going to spin again. All right. That's 2. And then we're going to have, okay. Is it Angela? Angela Ward from Cron, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Yay.
So exciting. I almost didn't make it.
Edward, you were supposed to fill out the bit.ly link to get on the wheel.
I know. Yeah, you have to fill the link out. Yeah, that's the only way we know who's here is if you fill out that link. Actually, we'll know from the report after. Don't worry. Put Lamb, Mary Ann, Quintana.
Yay!
Yay! All right.
Oh, Edward is saying he did fill out the form.
Oh, let me go look. I didn't see your name. It's not on here, Edward. Let me hit refresh because if you did it after, he did. All right, you know what, Edward? Let me get your name and add it on to the link. Hold on. There we go. Copy. And I'm going to add you in. There you go. Are you in there now? All right.
Yep.
I had hit refresh, but it didn't show earlier. Okay. How many are we up to? Is this 4?
This is the last one.
Oh, this is the last one? Okay.
Yes.
Nicole Howard. Nicole?
I know she was here.
Hey,
There she is. There she
I've won
is.
before. I'm so
Yay!
lucky.
Awesome.
Thank y'all.
Well,
All
Karen,
right.
do you want to just do one more and we'll just
Yeah, we'll do
create
one
another
more.
one?
We'll create another one. We'll do one more since Edward didn't get but one shot at that. So we'll do one more.
Can you add me that I did not fill out the form either?
Oh, no. Oh, Edward just won. Fernando? Okay, hold on. Let me add you in and then we'll spin one more time. So let me get,
Thanks.
you got Edward down?
I did. Yep.
Okay, so let me put Fernando here. Let me, Let me make sure.
Edward, aren't you glad you said something?
Uh-oh. Oops, sorry, y'all. Fernando. There we go. Yeah, I'm glad he said. Okay,
And I think
ready?
Fernando's at Ulrich. Is that right?
Yes, I'm on Ulrich.
All right, one more here. Wanda. All right.
Are you here?
I'm right here.
Okay, yay.
I've been
guys.
waiting to win.
All right. Okay. Well,
Okay.
we are so glad y'all joined us tonight. We
Yes,
have
thank you.
one more schedule. Let me go to that schedule here for a second. Where is that? So no, we have two more. How did I forget that? So
Yep.
we don't have any next week because it's a short week.
We're taking a break.
We're taking a little bit of a break because we've done 6 or 7, 8 in a row every Tuesday. So we are taking a break next week. But the 23rd, we're doing Mastery Matters, about using mastery in the classroom. And then our last one for the spring, we probably won't start up again until summer after that because y'all, we all know,
We know you're
April,
busy.
May, gosh, it gets crazy. But we're going to do audio, video in Schoology and how to use that. And then we're going to do a lot of fun ones this summer. We're going to have some surprise guests,
Yes.
speakers, and some like people from like Adobe Spark and some
A Nearpod.
people. And so we're going to have some fun this summer with some of ours that we're going to
because
do.
it's in the summer, they won't be at night.
It won't be at night. Yeah. You know what? We'll have to look at that. Maybe we'll have to see. We might have to do some
We may have to do
surprise like
some-
Saturday morning coffees or something. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for attending. And we'll
thank you.
stay on for just a few more minutes. I'm going to stop sharing here. But we will stay on for just a minute if you want to. Oops, I was about to end the meeting for everyone. Don't want to do that.
Don't do that.
So if anybody has questions, we will stay on. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you, DeWanda, that it was a great session. We enjoy doing them. All right, y'all, have a great week. Stay warm because it's going to be a cold
Yes.
week.
No, Angela, you don't need to worry about filling anything out for attendance. Our Zoom takes care of attendance.
That's right. It gives us a report on who all was here. So, yep, that's what we'll use.
Thank you, guys. I figured out my volume. So
oh,
I'm
awesome.
going to say thank you now, and I was here.
We gotcha.
Okay, y'all have a good night.
Y'all have
You
a good
too.
one. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a good
Bye,
session.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.